Hello everyone, welcome back to German for this week. This week the video lesson will be a bit shorter because I know last week it was quite long. So do make sure that whenever you're watching it, you watch it right through to the end so that you can get all the information and hear about the homework. Okay, let's get started. So you have a starter where you have to match up the clothes. On the left you've got 1 to 5 in German and on the right you've got the English. And then your challenge is to translate this sentence at the bottom into German. So a good idea would be to pause it, do the work, come back in a minute or so, and then we'll go through the answers. On you go. Okay, on to the answers. So, number 1, Hose are trousers. Number 2, Hemd is a shirt. Number 3, Schuhe are shoes. Number 4, Krawatte is a tie. And number 5, Rock is a skirt. And the challenge, if you tried it, I wear blue trainers, is Ich trage blaue Sportschuhe. Okay, so this week we are going to be learning how to give your opinion on school uniform. So 3 levels for success. Bronze, you will be able to recognise items of clothing. We've already looked at them last week. Silver, you'll be able to use adjective endings. We looked at that last week as well, so hopefully you'll be able to remember some more of them today. And gold, I will be able to give my opinion on uniform. Maybe you want to say it's old-fashioned, it's comfortable, it's smart, it's cool. Okay, so little recap before we continue. Adjectives are words that describe a noun. So in German, if you put the adjective before the noun it describes, then there are endings. So for example, if something was masculine, you would add en. If it was feminine, you would add an e. If it was neuter, you would add es. And if it was plural, you would add an e. So that's if it comes before the noun. If it comes after, easy. There are no endings. So if you look at the colours in these sentences, they don't change. There are no endings. So before there are, after there aren't endings. So your first activity, you're reading for information. So on the right, you have a screenshot of a conversation between Andreas and Julia, and they're talking about school uniform. You've got 4 questions and a bonus question. Okay, take a few minutes to answer them, and then we'll come back and look at the answers. Okay, hope you got on okay. Number 1, who wears a white shirt? It was Andreas, and he said, Ich trage ein weißes Hemd. Okay. Number 2, what colour is Julia's skirt? She says, Ich trage einen grünen Rock. So it would be green. What do they have today? The first blue bubble, it says, Nicht viel, aber wir haben heute Schule. Heute is the word for today. Schule is school, so today they have school. Which item of clothing is black? It was Andreas. He said he wears eine schwarze Hose, so the answer are trousers. And bonus, what does bis bald mean? It means see you soon. Okay, so have a little look through your answers, compare what you got, and give them a little tick if you got them correct. Okay, moving on. We looked at opinions a few weeks ago whenever we were talking about school subjects, so I'm just going to recap them today in case maybe you haven't looked at them. So the word for opinions in German is Meinungen, okay? And if you want to say I like, you would say ich mag. I don't like, ich mag nicht. And I've put on the screen, in between mag and nicht is where you would put the noun. So if you want to say I don't like maths, you would say ich mag Mathe nicht. I love is ich liebe, and I hate is ich hasse. So at the bottom I've given you an example. Ich mag meine Schuluniform nicht. If you were in my class in S1, you would have already had these taken down in your jotter, but maybe if you don't have them, you could pause the video, copy them down so you have them. They're not on the vocab sheet, so it might be handy to have. Okay, moving on. So if you want to say the word for because in German, there are 2 words you can use, weil or den. If you use weil, it has a comma before it and it sends the verb to the end. So it would be like if we were to say a sentence in English, you would say, because we love German. But in German, they would say, because we German love. Okay, so the verb goes to the end. If you use den, it means the sentence is normal. So because we love German, it would say the same. So I've given you 2 examples. Zum Beispiel, ich liebe Mathe, weil es einfach ist. I love maths because it is easy. Or den, ich liebe Mathe, denn es ist einfach. I love maths because it is easy. Okay, you can use either or, but a really important thing maybe now is to pause the video, get it copied down into your jotter, because there's another task that you're going to be able to use this information for. Okay, question at the top is, wie findest du die Schuluniform? How do you find your school uniform? Basically, what do you think of it? Your reply would be, ich finde meine Schuluniform ... Or you could say, ich finde sie. That little word sie, S-I-E, is the German word for it, because school uniform, the gender is feminine. So the German word for it, if it's feminine, is sie. So in the green box, we have some adjectives. We have bequem, which is comfortable. And then we have the opposite, unbequem, is not comfortable. We have schick, which is like smart, stylish, trendy. And then the opposite, nicht schick, which is not smart or trendy. Altmodisch is old-fashioned. And cool and nicht cool, it's the same as the English, cool and not cool. Okay, and there's the English. So, I'm going to get you to pause the video again, copy down everything that you see on this piece on the screen, because it's not in your vocab sheet. And then we're going to move on to the final task. Okay, so activity 2, you have to fill in the gaps with either den or weil. Okay, remember, if you use weil, it sends the verb to the end. So we have 4 sentences, and you have to decide if it's either den or weil. So make sure you check over your notes before you do it, and then you'll be able to get them in the right order. Challenge as well, if you want to try it, is to translate the 4 sentences into English. Okay, take a few minutes to get that done, pause the video, then we'll come back and have a look at the answers. Okay, on to the answers. So, Nummer 1. Ich mag meine Schuluniform nicht, denn es ist nicht cool. Okay. Nummer 2. Ich liebe die Uniform, weil es bequem ist. Okay, ist is the verb at the end, it means is. So then we'll be using weil. Nummer 3. Ich hasse sie, denn es ist altmodisch. Nummer 4. Ich mag Sportschuhe lieber, weil sie schick sind. And sind is the verb at the end, it means are. So like it is, and sie sind is they are. Okay, if you managed to try the challenge, here are the answers as well. Okay, so we had, I don't like my school uniform because it is uncool. I love the uniform because it is comfortable. I hate it because it's old-fashioned, and I prefer trainers because they are smart or stylish. Perfect. Okay, very quick lesson this week. So if you got bronze, it means that you can recognise items of clothing. If you're silver, it means you can recognise and use adjective endings. And gold, that you can give your opinion on uniform. Okay, so well done to whatever level you got, okay? Perfect. Homework this week, okay? Some people were getting mixed up maybe in what homework they had to submit in weeks before, so I'm trying to make it a bit simpler for this week so you know exactly what to submit. So in a second, I'm going to show you what your homework task is. It will be a PDF document, and it will say this word gesucht at the top, which is the word for wanted. So it's a wanted poster. On the poster, you have 3 tasks to complete. All the instructions are on the poster, but I'll just talk you through it now as well. Task A, you have to fill in the correct adjective ending. So if something is masculine, you add en. If it's feminine, you add an e. If it's neuter, you add es. And if it's plural, you add an e. Task B, true or false. Quite simply, decide if a statement is true or false. Task C, you have to translate a sentence. It will be underlined in the text for you. And then you also have a challenge to create your own wanted poster. So using your notes from today's lesson and last week's lesson will help you, as well as a vocab sheet, so you can decide and figure out what the genders are for each piece of item or piece of clothing. Okay, I'm going to show you the poster. Okay, so it'll look like this when you open it. Obviously, I've got it zoomed in for now. There we go. So you've got a picture on the left-hand side, you've got a text on the right, and all the information you will need is in this text. And underneath you have 3 tasks. So all I want on Show My Homework is the answer to these 3 tasks. And if you want to try the challenge as well, then that would be amazing. Okay, good luck S2, hope you have fun. Speak soon.